Good day, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Today we have an article from Inverse.com, and it's titled, 3 Reasons This Famous Prequel Planet Could Return in the Rise of Skywalker. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing to the channel. It helps it out a lot, and it makes David smile. So let's get into this. For 1,000 generations, the Republic and the Jedi Knights kept the peace in the galaxy, governing from the planet Coruscant. Since 1991, Star Wars fans have thought of Coruscant as a pivotal planet, a place filled with tons of history, and also a great cityscape for a good chase sequence. The prequel trilogy's most pivotal scenes happen on Coruscant, and now, as the Skywalker saga is set to end in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, there's a strong argument that this film needs to check in on the famous planet. In fact, there are 3 compelling reasons why The Rise of Skywalker will be incomplete with Coruscant. Here's why this planet still matters so much, and why coming back to it in Episode 9 could work. First of all, it's relevant to catch up on a little bit of Coruscant's history. Here's a brief list of stuff you need to know. Star Wars canon suggests the planet might be the origin of all human life, but that's never been confirmed. The Old Republic ruled from its central located planet until the Empire took over. The Empire also ruled from this planet until the Rebels established the New Republic after Return of the Jedi. The New Republic did not establish Coruscant as the galactic capital, like an old canon did though. Instead, there have been 2 different planets used in the New Republic's power base, Sandrilla, and most recently, Hosnian Prime. So when the First Order destroyed the Republic in The Force Awakens, that was not Coruscant. Alright, everyone caught up now? Good. Here are 3 ways The Rise of Skywalker could bring this planet back, and why, when you think about it, it would make almost no sense if the planet didn't appear in the next film. Number 3. Kylo Ren clearly has a stash of old Imperial stuff somewhere. In The Force Awakens, Kylo Ren mentions the Archive of the Empire when he's trying to get Rey to reveal what she knows about the map of Luke Skywalker. Where are the archives of the Empire? It's a good bet that a ton of crazy Imperial and Sith artifacts exist on Coruscant. And if the Republic had no presence there prior to The Force Awakens, it seems possible the First Order did. Even if the First Order didn't formally try to take over Coruscant, then it's very reasonable that the Knights of Ren could have raided the planet to get what they wanted. Number 2. The Emperor spent more time on Coruscant than any other planet. Here's a fun fact. If you don't count the Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Rebels, and only focus on the films, the character of Palpatine only leaves the planet of Coruscant 4 times in the first 6 episodes of Star Wars films. In The Phantom Menace, he's on Coruscant for the entire movie until the very end, when he visits Naboo, which is weirdly is where he comes from. In Attack of the Clones, he doesn't leave Coruscant at all. And in Revenge of the Sith, even though we see him on Mustafar with Anakin, and then in space with Vader, Palpatine spends the vast majority of that movie on Coruscant too. After that, just focusing on the films, the only other time we know Palp leaves the planet is obviously in Return of the Jedi. Relatively at the beginning of the movie, Moff Jorad is freaked out when the Emperor is personally coming to the second Death Star. The Emperor is coming here, he says, ridiculously. Here's the takeaway. Palpatine is like a cranky Manhattan-dwelling New Yorker who hates to leave the city, and once he does, he wants to get back to the city as quickly as possible. Everything about his confidence is connected to the city planet of Coruscant. And because Palps is somehow coming back for The Rise of Skywalker, it's reasonable to suspect we might get a glimpse of his home base once again. And number 1, Anakin's story is deeply connected to Coruscant, meaning it might end there too. Because The Rise of Skywalker is billed as the end of the Skywalker saga, it's important to remember that most of the stuff that happens to Anakin Skywalker that would shape the galaxy for the next several films happened on Coruscant. In Episode 1, the Jedi Council makes him feel like shit by saying he's too old to be trained. In Attack of the Clones, He's reunited with the love of his life, Padme Amidala, on the same planet. And obviously, in Revenge of the Sith, Anakin turns to the dark side on this planet and carries out mass murder against his former Jedi buddies. The Force seemingly surrounds this planet in a huge way, which means if Rey and whoever else is going to try and bring balance to the Force, returning to Coruscant is kind of a no-brainer. The old Jedi Temple is there, and has to count for something, right? If J.J. Abrams and company are keeping Coruscant a secret, that would be the best possible move. We haven't seen the planet in any trailers, and it'd be pretty dope to keep it that way. Because if the planet does appear on screen in The Rise of Skywalker, it should be a shock. Or if Palpatine himself said, in The Phantom Menace, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. So what do you guys think about Coruscant being in the movie of Episode 9? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think they should stay away from Coruscant? What do you think, David?
It's hard to... kind of. It's a yes and a no.
Okay. All right. Yes and a no. I think it'd be cool to see it, even if it's briefly for a little bit, but I wouldn't put too much time at the planet, because we got a movie to watch, right? So let's not repeat of Canto Bight, right? Anyways, as always, thanks for watching. Take care and have an awesome day.